Hi everyone, thank you for being here. Today we were talking about physical freedom and 3 ways that we can have a lot more of it in our own life and how calendars come into play with that. Physical freedom is the idea that you are safe and secure and fully aware of your own body and you enjoy being there. The body that you have is the only one that you're ever going to have, and to start enjoying it and liking it and making decisions for it instead of against it is going to give us the best chance that we could possibly have to live a happy life. If the food you're eating, if the movements that you're doing, the people you're interacting with in a variety of ways are not enabling you to create a better version of you, they're actually taking from you. If the food you're eating is making you feel worse, if the movement that you're doing or not doing is making you feel bad, you are not respecting the one body that you have. No matter where you go in this world, no matter what you do, you take your body with you and you will live within it every single second of every single moment that you will be alive. It is time to start treating it with the respect that it deserves, and physical freedom is the point where you are doing that and giving yourself the space to do that continuously. Feeling safe and secure within your own body means that you are making decisions for your body that is making you feel better. And to do so, we have to realize what we are currently doing and not doing on behalf of our own body. You hear all the time that people have a goal to lose weight or to start running or to eat better, to finally pick up that gym membership and use it. All of these wants about our bodies, that they want it to look like a Victoria's Secret model, or they want to be able to lift hundreds of pounds. Whatever this goal is, you constantly hear people talking about their body in most often a negative way. They have to go to the gym. They need to eat healthy. It is a must that they have to do and not one that they enjoy. But if you were to actually enjoy your body, to feel safe within the confines of your physical self, you would make these decisions because you love your body and not hate it. You want to eat healthier, you want to drink more water, you want to move more because you enjoy and love the body that you have more than anything else that you do. Because every one of these decisions actually is moving you closer to who you want to be or further away, even if you might think that your goal of losing weight is separate from your purpose in life. They actually walk hand in hand because the person that you are and moving forward, moving backwards, all requires movement, and your physical body is the only place that you can do it. And there's a lot of mental aspect that comes with this and emotional when you think about your body. You've seen it change over the years. You've seen it show up for you through all of the things that you've done. And it is time to respect your body and to give it what it needs. And your body is asking of you the most basic things that you know are good for you. Eating fruits and vegetables, drinking water, consuming little to no alcohol, candies, all of the stuff that you should have in moderation. Your body is telling you that you need to do that because you don't feel good after you drink or eat a bunch of sugar or eat a lot of fast food. You don't feel good, which is your body's way of telling you that it's not working. You usually don't feel worse about yourself after you eat a kale salad with steamed vegetables. You probably feel better. And that is your body's indication to you that continue down this path because I feel better. So what are you doing to make your body feel good or bad? And whichever place you are at, whether you have an immense routine where you know exactly what you're eating, how it's affecting you, or not, having a basis of understanding will create this freedom much quicker because you know where you're starting from. And if you do have any of these goals, ask yourself why. Why do you want to have a thinner body, to have a body that can run up mountains or keep up with your kids? Why do you want this? And if it's so that you can show up better for other people, that's good. But you also need to have it for yourself. If you are not doing it for yourself, there's no amount of reasons outside of yourself that are going to make up for the fact that you don't actually want this as much as you believe that you do. So figure out your why. And that's the number 2 thing that we need to do today, is figure out why we feel the way that we do and why we want to feel the way that we want to. Why are we constantly saying these things? What does it mean to us? What does it mean if we lose 15 pounds? Who are we going to be at that 15-pound weight, lower weight, that we aren't right now? What is that going to do for us? What do we believe that it will? And you don't have to wait until you lose the weight or have all these routines to feel this way. You can start to feel that way right now, because the decision that you would make today that would get you closer is what you would be doing to stay there. So if you want to drink more water, start doing that today. If you want to eat a healthier meal, how can you import more vegetables or more fruit into your next meal? You don't have to wait until tomorrow or the new year or the year after that to start, or until you hit a level where you have to think about it. Don't wait until you get a call from your doctor after you went into a physical that you need to come back. Don't wait until that moment, because it's far too late at that point. And you have known for years that you've wanted to do any one of these things, to work out more, to dance more, to be healthier, to think more about your food, to enjoy doing it. You know that this is the thing that you've wanted, because that's what a majority of goals are based around anyway. People want to eat healthier, they want to work out more, they want to move more, they want to have better relationships with people, they want to have better boundaries with others. Well, that starts with figuring out what boundaries you have within yourself and outside of yourself. How are you showing up in the world around you, and how are you not showing up for yourself because of it? What does it mean to you to have people in your life respect you and your boundaries? When you feel safe in your body, you are also feel safe in the idea that you put up boundaries with people and you dish out the consequences when they disturb those boundaries. If you have high standards with people coming into your life and taking your time, then you probably have higher standards with what you yourself will tolerate with the food that you eat and the time that you spend. Because you realize that you have value and worth that you have to maintain first and foremost before anybody else. Because they will take from you, they will say that you need to do this or that, but you can stand up for yourself, because nobody else can actually force you to get in a car or go somewhere or eat something that you are not in some way being complicit of. Nobody's going to move your body for you, and nobody's going to eat the food for you. You are actually the person picking up the pizza and eating it, or ordering the mac and cheese, or getting the french fries. It is actually you. So take your power back. You are responsible for the body that you have, and you have to continue to show up for it, because no one else will. And no one else is going to respect your body if you look like you don't respect it. If your hair isn't done in the way that you care about yourself, if your clothes aren't clean, if you aren't showing up for yourself first and foremost, how are people going to understand that you'll show up for them? That you care what happens to them and their life, if you can't communicate to the world through your physical appearance what you are doing for you. And as much as we may not like it and understand and believe that beauty is only skin deep and that there's much more to a person, we still judge within seconds through a person's appearance our views of them. So what are you communicating to the world and to yourself? When you don't brush your hair, when you don't take a shower, when you just wear the same raggedy clothes, what are you communicating to yourself? That you're not worth the time, that you don't really need to spend time on you, that you're not worth spending time on. So other people are going to reinforce that belief as well through their behaviors towards you and through their actions towards you. They're going to tell you that you're not worth the time because they understand that you don't think you're worth the time. You don't think you're worth the time to straighten your hair or get it cut, or to buy clothes that fit better, or to go to make time for the gym, or to eat specific foods off of a menu. You aren't taking any control over your own life, so other people don't see a need in showing up for you. So if you want to start respecting yourself, gaining the respect of other people, it starts with you. How do you show up for yourself? What are you doing, and why are you doing it? What are these things meaning to you, and what can you do? The other thing that we can start doing today is to have a planner. I recently started using Google Drive far more for all of my meetings, and it showed me that I am worth setting aside time for and to prioritize the things that mean a great deal to me. I have a meeting where I meet with my family once a week. I have different groups that I'm part of, and I prioritize having those meetings on my schedule. I make sure that I have time every week where I am sitting with my creativity and working on all the stuff that I want to share with you guys very soon. And I have to prioritize that because no one else will. And if you aren't planning out your meals or your days or your time, how are you actually respecting yourself? If you have to run to event because you forgot or you agreed to all of these things and now you don't have enough sleep, well, tomorrow you're gonna be tired and you won't feel like cooking and you're gonna drink less water because you need more coffee, and these things spiral out of control very easily and very quickly. So we have to decide that we are worth the time by showing ourselves how we're going to plan that time. What are you going to be eating in a week from now? What are you going to be thinking in a week from now? You might be thinking, I don't have the time to do this. You have to find it. You have to find time for yourself because other people are aware that you aren't finding the time for yourself because of how annoyed you are with everyone, because of how you're reacting to things, because of how easily you're getting annoyed at everything. They know that you don't care enough about yourself because you're letting all of these things get to you that shouldn't. You're giving your energy to all of these things that shouldn't get any of it, because you believe you aren't worthy of the time for you to sit down with yourself for 5 minutes a day, half an hour a week, whatever it is, so that you can figure out what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna wear, how you're going to approach these situations, how you're going to go to a dinner and what you're gonna get. You aren't planning any of this out, and therefore everything is just unfolding as you decide in that moment. The best vacations that you're going to have are the ones that you've planned out, the ones where you've booked the tickets on time, you know that you have enough time to the connecting flight, you know where the hotel is. If you've ever gone on a trip and you didn't know where you were going to sleep that night, the amount of stress that you have on that entire trip there is insane because you don't know what's coming next. You don't know how to plan for what you need to do. You don't know where you're going. You don't know why. You're under this constant state of stress, and of course you can't find the time or the bandwidth because you're living in pure stress. Having a planner, writing stuff down is going to help you get there. And this is specifically a bullet journal. I recently read writer Carol's book about being a bullet journal expert. He created the method, and there's a lot of cool ways to do it. The way I'm using it right now is a record of the things that I've done in a day that I'm proud of. And I want to have as long of a list as possible at the end of every day so that I can look back and see, hey, I showed up for myself. I chose me. And that's not necessarily how you're supposed to use a bullet journal, but at the end of the day, you can use whatever method you want, whatever pieces of paper, however you want it, to show yourself that you matter. I used an index card earlier today to plan out my meals for the next 7 days because I'm going shopping tonight for some food. I want to take as much responsibility over my life as possible and to prove to myself that I deserve the utmost respect and love and joy because I am doing it for me first. It doesn't matter who is to come into my life and hand me all of these things. If I don't do it for me, none of it matters. It doesn't matter what everyone else does because I can't show up for me. I can't find the time. And if I can plan it out 1 week at a time, the next day, a few weeks from now, whatever length of time you can considerably give yourself, do it. Give yourself the space to come up with routines because a routine says, you know what, I matter enough that I'm going to show up every single day for this exact thing. That I'm going to decide today, tomorrow, right now, that I am worth giving my time to figure this thing out. So how are you going to do it? I started using a bullet journal. I use index cards. I will probably be more organized, but I had to start somewhere. I had to prove to myself that I deserved all of this time and attention because I was handing it to everyone else. I was complaining about work all the time and I'm still trying to not do it, and to think about friends who couldn't make time for me and oh, this person didn't think I was worth going to see. And I was tired of it. I was so tired of listening to myself and of constantly telling everyone I care about all these problems that I needed to start writing it down. What are my wins every single day? How am I choosing to show up for myself? Can you use a Google Drive? Can you use a pen and paper? Can you use a journal? How can you start to learn about yourself? So, what is physical freedom to you? Why does it matter? What are you doing for it? And what are you doing right now? And 3, come up with a way to create a schedule, whatever way you need to, and start as small or as big as you want to. But do something tonight, today, when you see this, even if it's for a few minutes, just writing out some meals that you like and that you know you want to eat more of because they make you feel better. Start somewhere, keep going, and keep showing up for yourself, because if other people are going to do it, you have to do it first and show them why they should show up. Because you care about yourself. You take time to make jokes and have fun and wear the pretty outfits and have a beautiful smile and show up for yourself and those around you. If you aren't showing up for you, I promise you aren't showing up for others in the way that you need to as well. See how this changes your relationship with yourself and others, because you chose physical freedom is going to now be a thing that you are pursuing relentlessly. Every choice is either bringing you closer to who you want to be or further away. So what are you going to choose? How are you going to choose it? Let me know down below if you're going to start a journal. If you do have a journal, are you really good at this? I'm still working on it, and we can do this together. We will continue to talk about our freedom and how we can embrace it and where we can find it. It's within ourselves. I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you very soon.